sure you share a link too.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
All right. All righty. Oh, hey, Chelsea. Hey.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh man, I got to start off at this show of a sad note. I lost somebody I love tonight. I lost my favorite cousin in the whole wide world. My cousin Arthur. Um, so I'm dedicating this show to my cousin. And I don't know how it gonna be, but I got to try to get through it. I appreciate everybody. Like they say, this is Hood Talk, and I'm Mr. Knowitall, and I'm here with Miss Bella, and we finna start this show.
All right. Along with Chelsea, sorry for the loss of Arthur. Sending healing hugs and hugs and hugs for your strength and your family. All right, but let's get the show started. This is for Arthur.
Thank you.
Arthur, we're here to talk about how to rekindle your relationship chemistry before throwing in the towel or before trading her in.
Hold on just a second. Oh.
So we're here to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's how to rekindle your relationship's chemistry before throwing in the towel. Before getting rid of the person and getting tired so quick, running to your next thing or your next option, or maybe your next problem to rekindle. We're gonna stick around.
The next problem,
Your next problem. We're gonna stick around and
huh?
see the things that we can encourage each other on how to hang on to it without throwing in the towel. Because normally when you throw in the towel, it's over with. It's over with.
And I think some of our first relationships probably should have been our best relationships. But what happens is society, friends, all kind of stuff interrupting into making a relationship last. So many people that's telling you, about how your relationship should run, and we should know by now every relationship changes on an individual basis.
Yes, it does.
Relationships, no relationship is the same. So I think what happens is sometimes people try to copycat. They see some other relationship and they try to copycat and say, "Oh, look what they doing. I want to do that. Oh, they got shirts on that look alike. I want to wear shirts that match. Oh, look at him buying her flowers. Why you don't buy me flowers? Oh, look at him bought her a 3 carat ring. Why you don't buy me a 3 carat ring?
Mm.
No, it's a lot of stuff that goes on that we should know we can't live up to. And I think what happens, we see people go on trips and other stuff, and we say, "Why you don't do this for me? I deserve that. I'm just as good a woman or a better woman than she is." And you don't know what they've been through or what they going through. The reason he even buying flowers and taking on a relationship, he might have got
Taking on a trip.
he might have got caught with 3 women in the bed. You never know. He might be making up real
And
good.
you think that she'll be posting those flowers in the trip?
Right?
She's
I,
a good one.
I done seen, look, I done seen worse. So I think we all turn around and we say our relationship can be better. Our relationship be better. And I think what we need to start saying is our relationship need to be our relationship
And
instead.
it has to be, because just think about, when you think about relationships in your life, it's easy to see that there's different type of loves. Different type of love. We have a different love for our family, our pets, our friends, even our jobs. We find fulfillment in each of these things that we are involved in.
Mm,
And that makes them important to you overall, of your overall happiness. Yes, romantic love is the true essence of life. It's
mm.
different. That type of love, it affects your entire life.
Erica said, "Hey y'all,"
Hey, Erica.
and then she also said, "Read that."
Erica said the men just ignorant. Don't mean she don't know her worth.
What worth got to do with this?
Man, you just made the statement, was saying that she was saying, "Oh, I feel like I'm a better woman maybe than her. Why don't you do these type of things, for me?"
Well,
Some men are just not compassionate. Some men don't have romanticness in their bones.
let me,
They don't think about.
I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of men don't have romantic in their bones. A lot of this stuff people don't even realize. This is stuff we was taught. We was taught Prince Charming. We was taught Romeo and Juliet. These are not real lives.
Knight in shining armor.
These are not real lives, and until we realize that this stuff ain't real life, we'll never get nowhere because everybody we shouldn't base any of our relationships on how somebody else moves.
On what you see.
Yeah.
And that's, like a lot of times when you get into things, you see first. You
Yeah.
see something, oh, that looks good. But it's probably so taunted and not good. Just like chocolate. Ever had the box of chocolates? You have all these different chocolates. All of them look good. But when you taste one, it's terrible. You're like, what is this inside of this chocolate?
Yeah.
It looks good to the eye. So you interested to
And
try
then
and see how good this chocolate is.
it got the right swerves in there. And stuff.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Got the little
Yeah.
marketing thing on it.
So
Like,
a lot of things that we
how many times? How many times we done got a cheap box of chocolate, and you go to eating through it, and you realize how many of them just bad.
right.
And you done put half of the chocolates over here, and then you get a box of millionaires, and all of them taste good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're like,
See,
man,
until you get that good stuff and stop shopping with the eyes and look and sit and
what's up?
read. Oh, I know that this is some quality stuff. The name, I read into this.
What's up?
Millionaires. I
What's
know
up?
that this is gonna be good.
Yeah, what's up, Rhonda? I just wanted to get it, everybody shots out. What's up,
Okay. Hi,
Rhonda?
Rhonda.
What's up, Erica? What's up, Chris? Man, I appreciate it, man. It hit me kind of rough before I hit this show. You know what I'm saying? To find out somebody very close to me that raised me, that
We
taught me
praying for you, boo. We praying for you.
basketball and took me everywhere. with them and stuff. Just the you know, we all can't live forever, but he died too young. So,
Premature death almost. Yep. We understand. Like Queen said, life is truly like a box of chocolate. Never know what you're gonna get.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Black Queen.
See, everybody shooting you strength, brother. We got you.
Yeah, I mean, oof, that
I
was rough.
understand.
You Yep. Let's get to the banners. You gonna do the banners tonight?
It's on you. Just give me the order. You want me to
Go
handle that
ahead.
for you?
Go ahead. I'm just gonna run my mouth tonight. Yeah, man. Reflect on them good times, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, taught me everything, man. Yoga taught me how to walk. With my head bent back. I mean, not walk, but
Is it called pimp walk?
walk like a man.
Hi.
Uh, Steve said, "Girl, bye." That's what I'm talking about. We need somebody to come in here and regulate with Erica Flowers trying to get
Steve stay at Erica. Stevie stays at
on.
Erica.
Oh,
But again, the subject tonight is how to rekindle your relationship chemistry before throwing in the towel. So we're here to encourage each other, and I'm sure we're going to get plenty of feedback because everybody should have an opinion on what they think about rekindling something, right? So first, we're going to talk about passionate love. Passionate love is the type, you associate with the beginning of a relationship. You know how you feel so intense and happy and butterfly and you got butterflies in your stomach. And we talking about women because men don't feel this way. They say they don't get emotion, but we just talking about women, right? You can't stop thinking about that person. You want to be near them a lot. You want to talk to them on the phone, see how they're doing. That's passion. Like you can almost feel it in your bone. You kind of turn the blind eye to things. Like, did I just see
Chris,
her get out
see
the
what
car to
Chris,
do? Oh no, that wasn't my girl.
Chris trying to make me do. You see him?
He said what?
You see what Chris trying to make me do?
He said back to being petty. I'm just trying to make you cry. Two petty people.
I'm telling you.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, let's get.
Another shout out. Hello, Shawanda.
Hey, Miss Howard.
Look, Chris said we sometimes get butterflies like butterflies. So okay, so a man actually admit you can feel some like little tingling. This little girl make me feel like this. First time, you shocked me two times in this 1 week. You got me last week and you got me this week. Hey Tasha.
Hey, Tasha.
For those that are just joining, the subject tonight is how to rekindle your relationship's chemistry before throwing in the towel. And we just got done talking about passionate love. The kind of butterfly, the new love. You feel when you first meet a person. It's all exciting, everything hunky dory, all that stuff. Then you have compassionate love. It's not as intense as passionate love, but it's intense in a different type of way. This is a love that you've gone, like you've turned it into a long-term commitment. Like you've even begun to trust this person. You got good communication skills.
Erica say
You okay to tell this person I feel something for you. I like you. I
Erica
love
say
you.
when the
Whatever
thrill
I
is
can do.
gone, it's gone. See, that's one thing about. That's why I think men love harder than women, cause these women get cold. Somebody when the thread is gone, it's gone. Women can move on. quick.
Wait a minute. So you don't think guys can?
No.
When a man's done, you don't think he's done? He'll come back and tap it.
Men, men,
They play in the
if
revolving
they,
door.
if a man truly loved a woman and this and that, he can't move on quick like that.
What's quick? Two
Huh?
weeks? What's quick? 2 weeks?
Now 2 weeks just don't for the don't have nobody around you to keep him from killing you. If you got somebody within 2 weeks, you already had him.
No, that's not
Or he
true.
already been on your scopes. A lie.
That is not
If
true.
a woman claims she loved a man and she already got a man in 2 weeks, okay. Why you think that? Okay,
You know, they be giving that bad advice
a
like the
lot of
best
women
way to get over somebody is
ain't
get
making
under
it
somebody
around.
new. Is that true? Huh?
She said, "No, sir, we do not." What you mean that they do not what?
Move on quick.
I
If
mean,
you care about somebody, you don't move on quick like that.
no, I'm saying
Unless
quicker than men. Men can harvest if a
the
man
same
love
night.
if a man love a woman, he can harvest that a long time. It can be years. A man can harvest something.
And not get nobody else. Or well, we're not gonna
Yeah,
say
now that
we're
ain't
not gonna say not get into a relationship. Well, what about just companion with somebody else? Do you think men
well.
would not have any companion, no company, nothing like
Listen,
that?
listen. That's him trying to. That's him building up strength, trying to move on. He's trying
Okay.
to get his mind off this woman. You feel what I'm saying? By
Well,
any means
she
necessary.
does the same thing.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is it's different between a man and from a man moving on and a woman moving on is different because a man, his woman has sold him all these dreams, all these dreams, like she wasn't gonna never go nowhere. She gonna always be
That
there.
this yours forever and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then when
Uh-huh.
he find out that she done did something else, it just
Tasha said you have to show men new tricks to get them to come back.
not a whole trick.
But listen, in a lot of
Oh
cases,
Lord! Now listen to this one.
Chelsea said it's a deal breaker. If your partner doesn't grow with you, for instance, maybe you've grown to like things that you once didn't. After vocalizing your wants and needs and your partner negotiates that, what do you do?
Well, that's that big thing where I told you why men are just opting out of a lot of relationships because women have this new thing they got that they call growing apart. And that's what that sounds like. That sounds like, oh, we just grew apart. We never was the same. You understand? We hold on. Men and women wasn't raised in the same flower pot. It's two different flowers. It takes water and different nutrients to water this, and it takes different kind of water and nutrients to feed this and water this. These are two separate pots. And what happening, women want to, oh, I feel like this now. And now he supposed to feel like this. Now that ain't gonna work. See, what you got to realize, what you got is what you got. Can you deal with it? Can you grow with that person and move ahead with that person? Because
No, that doesn't show any sign of growth. Just because you're saying if this person say I'm this way and this is what I do, that's when substitutions needs to come in.
listen,
It's called negotiation. You doing if you can't intercede and come to this point and you knowing what I have talked to you about or
you know why?
expressed to you about,
You
and
know
you are
that
not willing to try and negotiate or substitute the effort.
you know what that mean? That mean That's why so many relationships are breaking up because it shouldn't even be together because you know how you know what you first thing a woman to tell you, you need to accept me the way I am. That's the first thing a woman to tell you. Now I done heard this. Hold on, I can go down streams. I bet you every woman on this stream, I can go down her what's name, and they're gonna say only God can judge me somewhere, and accept me the way I am. Gonna be on there somewhere down there. And what they saying in so many words is, oh, uh, 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 you can accept me the way I am, but if I grow and I think I grow past you and you don't keep up, that means it's time to get rid of you.
Well, I'm
And you know
sorry
what?
that I'm sorry your statistics come from a small level of people because I don't see that. I don't hear that. I don't hear that nowhere in my circle, except to me the way I am. Women, we make sacrifices for something that we want. Anything, whether it's clothes, shoes, men, children, whatever it is. We will make a sacrifice. We will make adjustments and put ourselves in uncomfortable or compromised positions for something that we want.
Is sacrifice and letting him be him?
Of course.
Okay, now let's read it down. Catch up on these comments.
Okay, Erica said he can move on. Just don't quit. He just don't have to have what he wants to move on with. Okay, he can move on, just not that quick. He doesn't have what he wants to move on. So his options is not there. Is that what you're saying, Erica? If he had better options, he'll move on faster, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Tasha said, we just love y'all. Sex and convo can be whacking. We still love y'all. We like y'all personalities. Amen. Say it again. Say it with your chest. Erica said, don't miss a good thing till it's gone. Okay. This person said they agree with you both.
That's Miss Howard.
I guess. She may wasn't going. He should have been a man. She wouldn't left.
If she didn't think he was a man, she shouldn't have got with him. What about that one? What about that?
Well, some guys do let girls walk over them. So, hey, it is what it is. Hey, Dee. Naomi said, if you don't communicate, you will grow apart. And that is the number one key. Because if you don't talk about it, what can you grow with? You don't even know what to grow with. You got to feed your fire for it to continue to burn. Erica said, men are the problems. Only time a woman hurts a man, he was a too good man and weak. Erica.
Whoa, you heard that? A too good man and weak.
I've never heard of such girls.
I done heard of it. She's speaking facts. She's speaking straight up facts.
Black Queen said, I heard men say those same words. You know what you say? You can go down someone's timeline and you see what they say. That's what she's talking about.
Oh yeah. I understand.
But accept me like I am. Men still say that. I was this way this time and I ain't changing. Okay.
We said that, but then we sit up there saying, if a man don't grow with me, I'm gonna leave him. It's time to move on. That what y'all just saying just a minute.
But if nobody grows with you, it's time to move on. Just say, for instance,
when you say grow, tell me exactly what.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Maybe I'm slacking somewhere. Let's catch up all the way down on the comments, and then I want you to explain to me what.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Right, come on.
Didi says, always be open to change. Okay, nothing's wrong with that.
Okay.
Because we learn new things every day.
And that's what happens when you meet somebody. When you meet somebody, you know what type of person they is.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
learn something new about everybody you be with all the time.
But you'll know if they're more of a person that try to keep up with stuff than a person that falls back and say, "Hey, I ain't studying that. I'm just gonna do it like this."
Okay, well, there's one of your examples on growth. That's one of your examples on growth. Okay, well, we're going to carry on. We're thinking about Mr. Knowitall and the loss of his cousin Arthur. So let's keep him in our prayers. But Shawanda say men say the same. They want you to accept them the way they are also. And that's true. They feel like I don't have to make any adjustments to be with you. Well, good. That means we're not supposed to be together. And everybody, all the women, we saying the same thing. Men use the same lines. Accept me for who I am. Men use the same line. What's up, Robert?
What up, Robert in his house? Robert in his house hitting that chair, Levert on him. Okay.
Tasha said, not this woman, sir, but you do have guys who are attracted to who we are. That's true. Some people like it.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. You supposed to be attracted to who a person is, not who you trying to build them up to be.
But listen, a lot of times your first time meeting the person is not actually meeting that person. As we've said before, you're meeting the representative.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to continue. If this is somebody that even caught your attention by their representative, their spokesperson, public relations, it's time for another conversation so you can get deeper and see if this is somebody I'm actually interested in.
That date's supposed to get you to know that part. You shouldn't go into somebody and then get with them and be with them 5, 6, 7 years and then want them to be a totally different people.
Just say for instance, we get in our little situation. Me and old boy, we in our situation or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, some things that old boy has done that I haven't done. Some things I've done, old boy hadn't done. So we kind of introduce each other into something that's new. This new to me. If you like it, let's try it. Hey, I'm introducing him into something. He's introducing me into something. If I like it, let's try it. If he like it, let's try it. That's something we're building together. Like, I didn't used to do these things, but doing this now, I'm willing to try it.
Okay, but watch this. What if you decide you want to introduce somebody to something and they said, nah, I don't want to do that?
Well, if you're not comfortable doing that, you have to accept what they want, or you can just move on.
All right, then. So what you're saying, if they don't accept because you tried something and you liked it, if they don't,
that's not the only thing.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Just like a lot of, being honest, I hate to go here. I hope this is not vulgar to people or their eyes, but there are some people that are interested in backdoor action.
Okay, I want to read this next comment right here.
Okay. Chelsea said, all change isn't bad. Shouldn't your partner push you to be better? Yeah, of course you should push each other.
You heard that? Push. Uh-huh. So if you push and the other person don't move, then what?
You just go around them, I guess.
Go ahead.
Black Queen said, women love so much harder than men. I accept my kid's father for 11 years through the abuse and cheating, etc. But let it have been the other way around, he wouldn't have been out of there and spoke bad about me. And yeah, I'm sorry to say that's true. Men cannot handle being cheated on, but they can cheat on the woman and be okay. Like, I didn't mean to do it. Well, but if a woman do it, her pain is
women and
10 times more hurtful than it would be in the other way around.
Women and men are built different.
When you
watch the Animal Kingdom, you see one male lion and you see a lot of ladies. You see, you go to the gorilla, you see one gorilla, you see a lot of little lady gorillas. I mean, this is how the Animal Kingdom is made up. And when another man comes into that kingdom, even though he got 9 of them out there, if one male come over there and sniff on one, he gonna fight to the death.
Okay, let's talk human stance. Can we do that? Because we're not in the Animal Kingdom right now. We talking about human standards.
We are animals.
Give us, okay, we understand that. We hear that every week.
But I'm just saying, we are animals, right?
But listen.
Are we animals?
We are. It's no problem. But we want it from a human conversation perspective, okay? So I'm just saying, like men, right? You have a woman.
Google it up. Are humans animals? No, for real though. Let's catch up on it because we running way
Erica said
behind.
men are always the problems. I can agree. The thing that makes a woman cheat first, he don't eat he don't eat the crackers good and small packages broke laugh it out. He's not a young gummy and he has a small package and he's broke.
Well, at least you told it. Yeah, and what? And are you coming from a married woman perspective, or a single woman perspective,
Experienced woman
friends,
perspective.
or friends with benefits perspective?
It doesn't
because
matter. She been in
because
the perspective.
because if you get to one point, I think if every time you try to find something, and if all that's in there, the eating, the smile, the broke. So what you saying? If your man go broke, you out of there. If the man small package, I mean, why? How you even get there?
She didn't say out of there.
No,
She didn't. She said cheat.
No, I'm saying, why would you even stay there if he ain't got no he ain't got no package? I mean, this is just crazy.
Apparently, it's more to their relationship than just the
Yeah,
stuff
he
that she
still
wants.
had some money left. Okay, good. Read that. Let's go on.
Naomi said, "You grow mentally, emotionally, and emotionally spiritual." Yep. Chelsea said, "A lot of relationship issues come from one or both." Hold on.
Partner's not going.
Chelsea said, "A lot of relationship issues come from one or both partners not growing mentally and emotionally." That's true. Erica crazy. Naomi said, "Say that, girl." Tasha said, "It's not the fact of trying to change someone.
No, that's
They
Erica.
may be trying."
That's Erica.
Erica said, "It's not the fact of trying to change some. They may be trying to tell them something to keep people from embarrassing y'all in public, or ways that's so wrong. You only want what's best for you and your mate. If you don't say anything else, she or he don't care." That's right.
Don't forget to like and share.
Hmm? Guess I'll be a puppy today. Oh, Kim said, "Hey, y'all, not feeling well today. I'm still going to look like and share." Hi, Kim. Hope you feel better.
Don't forget to like and share. Thank you, Kim.
Yep. Erica said, "I know a guy filed human culture for the divorce reason. Humane cruelty for the divorce reason. I wonder why. What was it?
She probably would treat them bad. She probably
Humane cruelty."
she would treat them bad. As Kimberly advertising.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kimberly Valaya Voluptuosity T-shirts and apparel. She makes Mr.Knowitall T-shirts and pillowcases. She have other things. Check her out on Facebook. Erica said, "All the above."
T-shirt, pillowcases, etc. Okay, we done caught up. Now go ahead.
Kelsey said, piggybacking off of Erica, and they don't want to make up for it in other areas. How you got a small package but not perform oral or don't want to be romantic? Because these guys actually think that they're all just blessed. They feel like they stuff big.
Why did if women if women wasn't taking samples, they would be able to handle one. If the other one had to blow them out, they mess around and got that thing shot up with the right thing, and then they don't want nothing but it's just like eating a good cake. You eat a good cake, and if somebody start making a bad cake, you know it's bad now.
Well, hello.
A better cake will make you say, player, you ain't doing it right. I'm just saying.
He's silly. He's being petty, not childish. Petty, super petty. That's what he is. All right, and someone even mentioned this earlier. Long conversations to get to know the person. People don't even talk no more. Speak in passing, meet in the bed. You don't sit down and have a conversation to even know how the person actually feel about anything. Less than knowing the relationship
Yeah.
or your situationship, whatever it is you have.
Stop being bad. What did I do?
He don't know how to stop being bad. What they call you? What they call you?
Uh-oh. Black Queen said, if there's no open and honest communication in a relationship, and each take in consideration what the others say and look within themselves, there will be no growth, and the relationship will be nothing but nothing be physical.
But physical, that's what she put.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
But
listen, if you can't express yourself in the relationship, talk about it. So if you don't have these long conversation of expression, and if everybody got their guard up, like they're being attacked, there's no sign for growth. I don't even know why you even having this relationship.
mm,
Chelsea says, "Set a mouthful." See, look at Gary. Gary, really? Gary said, "Don't rekindle. Just move on and find another little friend." The end. You got terrible advice.
and you know what? I bet you Gary probably been with his girl 20 years.
Okay, got a whole wife. You don't sit down somewhere. Stop giving this bad advice.
That ain't no bad advice he's saying. Um, what
It
he's saying,
is. He said, "Don't." He said, "Don't rekindle nothing. Just
well,
move on."
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Most a lot of relationships when they get so bad, sometimes it can't be rekindled. It's according on who messed up. If the woman messed up, it can't be rekindled.
I wonder why is that.
Huh?
I wonder why is that if the woman messed up, because a lot of times if the woman decided to leave, she left long before she actually exited the door.
Right. That's why if the woman mess up, that's
Because she
why it's
tried. She
no.
trying. She trying to stick around there, but you just
No.
keep
That means
throwing
it's over.
coals in this fire. It's getting larger and larger.
If a woman leave you, it been over.
That part, I'm glad you know.
It been over. It ain't no reason. It ain't no reason to come back because if she
Ain't
left,
no coming back. If she leave, it's
I'm
over.
gonna tell you, just like I met one of my partners a couple months ago, and his girl left him, and he trying to fix it, and she done already talking about she done moved on and got a new man and thing. 2 weeks. Ain't no way, player. Ain't no way. You got a new man in 2 weeks. You had that same man 3 months ago.
She
You just
just
waiting
met
to
the
make
man, probably.
you just waiting to make it official.
Oh Lord.
Hold on? Did that
She said, "Send him back to the streets. Send him back to the streets." Tell my Gary, send him back. Chelsea said, "Another problem, like you said in the beginning."
she's just saying, yo. She went to the VFW. That's yeah, she get that VFW and get around them old man. She ain't never coming back home. Nah, just them old
Joe, like,
them old man, they gonna be talking about that. They gonna be talking about that money and everything.
baby, they gonna sign their little retirement over.
I don't know about all that. There ain't no dumb old man down there.
They gonna be you gonna be signing some retirement over.
Man, you can't even sign a retirement over because
Yes, you can.
the check come out once a month, player. You can't sign no retirement over. Check come out once a month. You got to
How do
do
you think you
something.
can sign a retirement over?
Look, look. She still got to come by once a month to get some of that money.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not thinking logical, like
Oh, what you mean?
in like marriage or nothing or settling. These. I guess maybe all men
Okay,
probably think
and your
just
retirement over. How can you do that?
right. The beneficiary on that paper.
No, if he dies, on.
Right. There you go. The
Oh Lord.
VFW we talking about.
Oh Lord. Keep on thinking them men dying off quick. Men be here forever. They done outlast a lot of y'all boyfriends.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That may not be so bad.
Listen, and look, everybody be talking about the beneficiary on that wheel. How many people been beneficiaries on them wheels? I don't see no whole lot of women running around and they Benz is talking about they was a beneficiary on the wheel. Maybe they were married and got the rest of what's name, but if they wasn't married, I don't know about no signing the beneficiary over to nobody. That just don't happen. Well, a lot of men just don't go to their will and say, "Let me sign this over to this woman in case I go." That ain't what happened.
William said, Chelsea, I'm watching it now. Cousin with a drink in my hand. It's been a long day. Okay.
Yep. Okay, what's the next one you got? Long.
Acceptance of how they feel, not how you feel. That's just like if a man come to you and tell you, I feel like this as a man and I need this like this or that. You have to be willing to accept it if this is your relationship you're working on. Same thing with a woman. If she's expressing to you, don't take it as nagging.
You heard that? That man died and be like, psych. Yeah, you thought I had signed over. Now you want to fight my kids.
No, fight his ex-wife that didn't really divorce him.
Right. Yeah,
Her
people
name
been
still connected to him.
people separated for 20 years. Ain't divorced nowhere.
20 years and she waiting on him.
So do they if you legally separated, are you legally obligated to anything your husband got left?
If you have been married to that man at least 12 years in the state of Mississippi, you are entitled. Just so you haven't married again. If you married again, you're not.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that divorce?
12 years, you're entitled, ladies.
Listen, divorce in 9 years, because she just lied to y'all. It's 10 years. It ain't no 12 years. You see how women be trying to
no. It's 12 years. As long as you've been married to this man, at least 12 years, and you haven't remarried, you are entitled. It's the truth.
It's 10 years.
It's 12.
Put it up.
You put it up.
I put it up because I know
don't
it.
know.
I know it.
If you know, put it up. Put it up where you feel it.
I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out. I know
you're
you want me
not.
to call you out because in 10 years, she can get half your Social Security. I know the law.
And then what did you just ask me?
What?
What did you just ask me? You said in how many years can she get your Social Security? If she hadn't remarried?
I said it 10. 10
okay.
Years.
You said 10 years.
You said
okay.
12.
It's 12, but okay.
Put it up. I'm gonna have to do me some Google. How many years is your wife? Oh Lord, how much? They stop it quick. I got to do a little quick.
Oh Lord, why you can't type it?
How many years it takes for your? Golly, you gotta be quiet. How many years it take for your life to be entitled to your Social Security?
Here's a summary from Social Security. The number of years you need to work for your family to be eligible for Social Security survivors benefits depends on your age when you die. The younger you are, the fewer years you need to have worked. No one needs more than 10 years of work to be eligible for any Social Security benefit.
They didn't even say it then, right?
Pull it up. We here. We waiting for you to get your answer.
Well, sure. Hold on. 10 years of disabled. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I'm
Cause
out.
you can be married 1 year and collect the money, but once you are legally separated, it's 12 years at least.
Let me see. There it is. Let me put it up. Let me put this stuff up. Sick of you.
Yeah.
Always thinking I ain't playing. Okay.
You can receive up to 50% of your spouse's Social Security benefits. You can apply for the benefits if you have been married for at least 1 year. Ooh.
Keep
If
going.
you've been divorced for at least 2 years, you can apply if the marriage lasted 10 or more years.
Pow!
You can
Right
benefit
there.
your early to lead to reductions in payments.
Pow! Mr. Knowitall.
But listen, the only thing is you just can't get married again.
I got you though. I
You
got
got
you
me.
though.
You
Come on,
got me.
man. You talking to Mr.
You got me.
Knowitall.
You got me.
I know what I know.
So
When it
you've been
comes,
researching it.
oh yeah, oh yeah. You saw me told me at 9 player.
It's 10, okay, 10 or
I
more.
told them divorce at 9 player. Divorce at 9 years and you're safe.
No, if she don't get married, you don't realize that.
Huh?
Especially if you have children together and she doesn't remarry, she can still get it.
Uh, it said no. To apply, let me see. You can apply for the marriage if it lasted 10 or more years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10 or more years you can apply if you've been married. Now what they saying is so scared your spouse so
When you
like
said divorce at 9, so what if they was separated for 1 year? So does that make them eligible?
you get that getaway dog for 10 years come up for you have a 10-year anniversary. You get away dog. You file legal separation.
You give such salty advice on
No,
marriage.
I
So you
give
telling people
great
don't
advice. That's
divorce
the
them after
problem.
9 years.
That's
Why
the
would you?
problem.
Why would you want to take that from your spouse or maybe your children parent?
The funeral.
You just don't want them to have anything because you're dead.
Let me see what they got to say about me. What's name? About me winning. Did nobody say nothing?
I hope I wasn't raised rolling my eyes, Black Queen.
You heard? I already knew, player. I do research on that. If I don't do some research on nothing else, I've been doing them research.
Why? You gonna get a divorce after 9 years?
Now, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I knew all my dots and I's and crossing T's and all that. Look, I be watching this stuff. That would be having me so scared just watching how the system railroads me. Lord have mercy. I'm telling that.
Okay, you got me. I was wrong.
Look, hey, you went at the wrong person, Mr. Knowitall on this thing.
Well, you think you know it all. You know a lot of things.
You knew the pros and cons of marriage.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Somebody that don't even want to be married ain't gonna get married, and you know all this stuff. Why you looking this up?
That's why I ain't getting married. I didn't look this up.
That's good because okay, I got you. I wouldn't want to share my retirement either. I'd be
Right. Now listen, you
just
just
put it
thought about it.
around
You
you.
see how you
I
thought about
can't
it?
do nothing with it.
You see how you thought about it? You be like, I work 40,
50 years
30,
almost
50 years, and I got
for this man to be around here taking care of him and Susie living in this 3-story mansion off of my $1 million life insurance and retirement.
Right, because this joker stayed married to me 10 years and he won't get married again. It can work both ways. He can file for yours. It work both ways. He never get married, file for yours.
That's all right. Pimping is easy. Okay, next.
Okay, I'm ready. See, I can teach y'all on some marriage stuff.
Accept your partner's flaws. Erica, are you still here?
She ain't for this self nothing.
Erica, are you still here? We want you to accept your partner's flaws.
Why you asking Erica? She not accepting no flaws.
Erica will. I'm sure there's something you have been in a relationship with someone and you know it's something that you was like, ugh. But you was like, I love him enough that I can accept
Erica
it.
Wells or Erica Flowers?
Huh?
Erica Flowers or Erica Wells?
Flowers.
Flowers, yeah.
Stevie, what Erica?
I'm missing in action.
Right. Miss Mia. So accepting your partner's flaws.
That's the easy part. If your man don't want to grow, accept his flaws. He's short. I just saying. Look, how they say, be better for both of us. Once you grow enough that both of us can spread our wings.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, somebody got to babysit the kids.
Oh, Lord, really? And that's what you're going to say?
I'm just saying, women been doing it for the longest time. It's time for equal rights.
We have to find somebody to keep our children. What you talking about?
It's called a man.
What you mean?
Men can babysit. Who would you trust around your kids more? Your baby daddy? Or what? I'm just saying.
And wouldn't trust my baby daddy. He can't keep himself.
She go get her.
Who gonna keep the kid?
She said she got to go get a roll and keep it pushing.
Okay.
All right, that rose ain't gonna never hug you, and it damn sure ain't gonna keep nobody from coming in the house.
Well, it does the justice when time allows. Okay. It's helping keeping you together. So if the partner can't, then what do you do? What is your advice to us?
What is the
We're asking
to be married, and what about the man, kids to the first wife if he dies? You see. And what about the man kids to the first wife if he dies? Okay, now read that to me so I can get you. I
He's
can,
saying, so what is the number of years to be married? And his answer was 10 or more years. If you were married to the person, you can withdraw their Social Security with them.
right.
That's if they're alive, right? So, what about the man children to the first wife if he dies? So, does the children get anything? Not if the children are married in over 26, is it? Or 24?
Hmm.
What's
If
the age for children to get Social Security? Or is it
I think
18?
once they get married, it's over with anyway.
Yeah, once they get married, I know it's over with. But what is the age for children? Is it 18?
What to get the Social Security?
Yes,
I don't.
of the daddy to the children.
I don't know. It's according to what it is because you got different services. Like you got army services. You got.
She said Social Security.
I
We
don't
were
know.
talking about we were talking about Social Security. We weren't talking about the military.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about that.
You know it all. Pull it up. He'll find out for you, Gwen, and he'll let you know.
I ain't never had that many kids to be thinking about that.
So, if anything happened to you today,
He said, "You know what
will
she
your
at?"
child get your Social Security?
He said, "He don't know what she
She gone. She doing something else. Thank you, Stevie.
at."
But Erica, we were just trying to give her some advice. We have to accept our partner's flaws.
Mm.
We can't expect everyone to be. We can't expect everyone to be perfect.
I don't know.
We can't expect everyone to be perfect.
You right.
Somebody's gonna have
Can you,
something that you're not used to.
can you accept the flaws though?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
can, and I have. It may be
Okay. Do you
petty
think
flaws, but still I have.
when women talk about growing apart, do you think they accepting flaws or they? Because I talked to an old man and he said he been married 50 years and he said it still be different every day. So can't I see?
If you growing apart, you're not accepting any flaws.
I'm gonna tell you this. One thing I realized, I remember watching 50 First Dates. You remember that movie?
Vaguely.
It had Adam Sandler in it, and he kept on going. The woman she would forget. So every day she had to relearn who he was and everything, and he liked it because she felt it felt like he was with a different person every day. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
had to reintroduce himself every day to who he was to her and all that. And what it was is he had been on so many dates and women are, it became that, he felt women started being the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When he met it, it was unique for somebody every day to act like you brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like,
A
and I
sense
think,
of excitement.
right. So I think now in days, people want you to almost know what they thinking, know what they need. I mean, I hear women all the time say, "Oh, if he was a real man, he would know what I need without me asking him. He would just get it. He'll just pay my bills. He'll just do this and do this. If he was a real man, he would know this and know that. Like he's a mind reader." I mean,
But women say that. That's just like how some women just say all men are the same. They don't exactly mean that in that essence, but it comes out that way because that's how you say it, right?
it comes out that way because they done had too many the men.
Okay, but still, no.
But
Listen to my point.
you had too many. You think they all the same because you be like all over the world. Nah, nah, nah. I can't find my baby, and I don't know where he can be. Cause she done been all over the world, and all the men the same. So
But listen,
she
the
been eating
reason
too
why.
many chocolates.
Okay, you done. Because the reason I'm saying this
All right, go
is
ahead. Go ahead.
you're making me lose my train of thought. You just be taking it so far.
Okay.
But when women say that, they're just thinking in the sense of
Uh-huh.
like you ought to think sometimes maybe if this person is actually special to you, let me do something kind for this person.
Mhm.
Vice versa, women, you thinking about this man, you you think about let me do something nice for him. That's what women mean when they say that you ought to just know what to do. They don't really mean that because you can't read their mind. And just like women, we can't read men's mind. So if you're just thinking about this person, just think you're in the store, oh, my boo like this type of Carmex or lip balm. Let me grab it just in case. Hey, I saw this in the store. I know you use this. You want, things, little things. So that's kind of what they mean when they say that, but not actually reading your mind. I
Oh,
don't think.
I see what she was saying now. She's saying, okay, the number of years you were married, he was saying like, what about the man kids from the first wife if he dies? Do that if he's married with his second wife, um,
The only way they can get anything is he had a will or testament.
right, yeah,
If he
his
doesn't
wife,
have a will,
his
it
current,
automatically go to
his
that new
current,
one.
yeah, his current wife gets everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she get everything. Don't know kids get nothing over the wife. So that's why some of them get mad. Kids get mad when a wife,
When the new wife and
a
all
new
her
wife or
children get
something.
everything and the kids don't get anything.
Yeah.
That's why you have to
I
have
mean,
your
that's
stuff in
why.
order.
Yeah, they got the. That's why they had to make a wheel.
Yeah.
That's what's going on with DMX.
Yeah.
It's like the
I
kids are
believe.
fighting. The kids are fighting the girlfriend and the what's the name. It's just big
But
mess.
what could the girlfriend have unless her name was on the stuff too?
Now, he had a wife.
Oh, he
He
had
had,
a wife.
he had
Okay.
the first wife, and I don't think he ever divorced her, but he got kids by another lady, a bunch of
Oh,
kids by
okay.
another lady, and that what he had like 14, almost
But
14.
but still, like the one that he married, she would probably get everything. But if she's a woman that has a heart, I'm sure she'll share the stuff with the children.
Man, she went through hell with him. I mean, he was on crack and all that stuff. Like, shoot, she should get most of the stuff because I mean, she the one that held it down.
Mm.
Just keeping it real though. She went through hell with him. Um, she said, if Chelsea said, if it's a difference
She
from
said if it's different for that old man every day, then that means they both are still working on their love and bond. I agree.
yeah,
I agree because I've heard an older guy saying I learn something new every day
right,
regarding my wife.
right,
I know one time this guy was saying that he said he waited, not waited, but he said it was like some years, like over 20 years, and he found out that a flower was her favorite flower. Stuff like that. So, it's just like learning. You think and you see her with these roses all the time. She was Googling over that, and you thought that was her favorite flower, but roses aren't. Maybe tulips or lilies are.
she said the little thing. Yes, what that is referring to?
Talking
Some
about the little things, just like I was giving an example, like you just doing something nice for somebody you care about, without them asking. Like you have to put in the order, oh, I need a date, or would you date me, or can we meet for dinner, or something like that. Just think about it sometimes.
right.
Meet me here. Let's do this. Meet me at the house at this time. We got this plan. People don't do that. William said, I'm 24. My wife is 37. I was cheating in the past when we first started talking in 2018. How do I show her that I'm being 100% faithful to her when I'm working all day and she's not physically there to see what I'm doing? Do your job.
Well,
He
all
you can tell.
I'm gonna tell you this: don't try to convince her. If she's down with you, she gonna be down with
Your actions will show it. You don't even have to tell her. She would know.
you, right? And I think if you spend your time trying to prove to her that you being faithful, you actually would do the opposite. You would create more division, by going out trying to prove to her that you've been this 100%. See, because guess what? This proof that you're gonna have to put out there now, every time that you don't answer the phone or something wrong, it gonna be overblown. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the best thing you do is just be good, and if you know in your heart that you're being good to her, if she decide to leave because what you did in the past, hey, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think the only way you can do that is just keep on being yourself, keep on working, keep on building yourself to be a better person. You can't sit back and try to convince her because you'll be
You cannot. Don't try to convince her. But one thing you need to do, keep options out of your life. You know, all these females every day, they want to call and talk to you on the phone or call you, inbox you like they checking on you or whatever. Keep those options out because too many of those options can really be a distraction.
and don't be having no outside kids. Okay.
That's part of the option. How would you get the outside kid if you cut the options
No,
off?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, so it still happens. Okay, well, thank you. Chelsea said that's her repercussion money. She's talking about
Yeah.
DMX's wife.
Yeah. I mean, she went through. I mean, the bad times when he had lost it all and all that. She went through them times. See, he was just getting himself back together a little bit right before he died, but the drugs just, you know, just came and got him.
Hmm.
Action speaks louder than words, and I will agree. All you can do is just keep on doing what you're doing. I just don't think you'll be able to, like I say, change her. Anything like that. I think you have to do what you do. And I think everything will work out because she an older woman, and I'm sure she feel like men ain't no good no way. So she older than you, and so you never know.
Age does not come with maturity all the time. But, hey,
I agree.
by saying she's older than you, that doesn't mean anything. You can have an older woman, she be just as childish, but hey, it is what it is.
But she have been here longer. Go ahead. What we got next?
We so
Common vision.
common vision is a powerful thing.
Explain it.
And when I'm talking about common vision, I'm talking about things you look forward to the future together. Like, are you excited about spending your life with this person? Like, that's an important sign of passion in a relationship. That you're even thinking about what we're going to be doing next year, these days. Because people last a week and like, oh, that's over with.
Well, common vision. Yeah, I think. One thing that keeps relationships together is planning for the future, is making future plans. Like if you start off by saying if we still together,
Right.
it might not work.
Because you're already speaking if I don't leave you.
If you don't die first, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Look,
People
let's talk
say some
about when
stuff.
you 80, I'm push you around in the wheelchair. You know.
Yeah,
Black Queen says Black Queen says she also has to truly forgive. She will never forget it though, so keep showing.
I agree. I agree.
You're gonna always have that time in the back of your head.
What?
That cheating time. You
Yeah,
don't forget that stuff.
yeah, women don't. And that's what I'm saying. And if it come overbearing for you, my guy, I'm just gonna say, just if it come overbearing, you probably have to leave the situation because some women sometimes won't get over something and keep bringing it up and keep badging it down you. And like I said, sometimes it'll be too much for a man, especially when he know he been doing right.
Yeah, because they've been together probably 5 years and he been doing right for 2 weeks. And I want you to know I'm doing right by you. She got to get some time to get used to that, you know? You've been right 2 weeks.
You see
What
what
about all the other years?
you what
But
Chelsea
hey,
said.
she got to get there. Chelsea said if they've gotten married since then, should she still be dwelling on it? Not saying she shouldn't have trust issues.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, if you knew what happened before time and you still married him, it is he is what he say he is. So I think you'll be wrong to marry somebody and you know who they is and expect them to change after you marry them. You know
Right.
you know who this person is, so you either gonna be with the person or you not.
Right. But look at the next comment. Like William said, we've been together for 3 years and married for one. That's your sign right there that she has forgiven you. She married you. You said in the
That ain't
beginning
no
of your
sign.
relationship.
That ain't
Yes,
no
it
sign.
is. She married him.
Ah, that's a sign.
Marriage should be something sacred that you shouldn't go and I feel like if she didn't forgive him, she wouldn't have married him. Everybody don't want to just
It's
be
a lot of
married.
people. It's a lot of people would marry you and thinking they forgive, and then later on they'll say, "You know what? I should have never married you," because they're right there.
You
Sometimes,
hadn't been there, so don't
no,
even put that
I'm saying,
saltiness in
no, I'm
picture.
saying, no, I'm saying. Sometimes a woman that can stick into their head, but like I said, I mean, if it works, I mean, if he's saying it like that, this is what I'm saying. He's saying he said he was cheating in the past when we
In the
first started.
beginning.
Okay, all right. He said, "How do I show her that I'm being 100% faithful?" See, that means she ain't forgave him.
Well,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Man,
Until
come on
until
now.
until
Let,
she gets
let,
past
let,
it.
let read that thing again. Read that thing one more time.
Yeah, I get you. I read it. I read it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm 24. My wife is 37. I was cheating in the past when we first started talking in 2018. How do I show her that I'm being 100% faithful to her when I'm working all day and she's not physically there to see what I'm doing?
See, he
She got to
just was
trust
married
him.
in 2021. That first starting in 2021. He just been a year. I'm just saying, you know, that can be, that can be a headache sometimes. Somebody just steady dwelling on something.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say, have one of them, how they say, come to Jesus moments. You have to tell her, hey, baby, you either down with me or you're not down with me. Hey,
No, it's time to have that long talk with your wife and explain to her, look, you know, and I know that I did this back then, but you keep bringing this up. That letting me know you're not forgiving me, or
right,
we're not past that.
right.
So are we gonna grow past this, or we gonna keep talking about it? If she say
So,
we're gonna
so
keep
now I
talking
got to
about it,
wonder.
I don't know.
Now I gotta wonder what percentage she up to. Does he trust him 70%? Does he think about it? Because when a woman don't trust you, she don't trust you. I mean, like real talk. She don't trust you. Every time you walk out that door, she hit the keys and shake. She checking the time and everything, checking what you got on, everything. I'm just saying.
Vice versa.
Go ahead.
They'll just wait till you leave and call you. Hey, where the sugar at? Where you put the sugar on the shelf? I can't
Oh,
find it.
there it is. Look it up. Three,
Black
three.
Queen said it beats his spirit down, and he said, "F it, I might as well do it." That's true.
Yeah, they be done gave
He's
in.
always accusing or thinking I'm doing this. Let me
Right,
down and be sneaky and do what I do.
right. He be like, hey,
Give you
I'm
something so it won't hurt
getting
your heart. Let me
charged.
do it.
He said, I getting charged. If you're gonna charge me for it, I mean as well do it, man. Or did you get that? What is physical?
She said, "Was it physical?
Oh,
Was what physical? The cheating or what?"
come on now, we ain't get it there.
I don't know. I'm asking. What is she
I can't
asking?
tell if she. Let me
She
see.
keeps bringing it up that he cheated.
That one
So
of them
that's what I'm saying. You have to have a conversation with her
might
and
be one
tell
of
her
them.
about it.
That might be one of them. You might have to tell her. You got man to settle down, baby. Yes,
Chelsea said, "Do you think physical cheating has worse effects than if it's not?" What is physical cheating? Like actually doing it? Cheating is
yeah.
cheating.
Now, what she's saying is, physical cheating is certainly a thing up in there. The regular cheating, she's like if you just talking to somebody, going,
Okay, so if
you know,
if if I'm just talking to somebody over the phone or having conversation or meeting them for casual lunch and dinner, things like that, is that considered cheating if I have a man?
yeah, that's considered cheating.
Okay, so is that
I mean,
okay for
but
women to do?
no, I'm saying like he's saying, do you think physical cheating is worse effect has a worse effect than if it's not? And I think both of them have worse effect if a dude find out because if a dude look and see you out with a dude and you brave enough to be in public or whatever with this dude, he gonna think you already being physical.
Oh, okay. So
You
he
feel me?
already got his
Because
assumption.
because guess what? How many men like if you ran up if you even if the woman said, there you go, I cheated on you with him. If that man, if you walk over there with your woman right now and ask that man, hey, you didn't hit my woman, he gonna say, no. I'm just saying. He gonna be like, no, nah, what's your name again? Who is you? He might play like he don't even know her. I'm just telling you. Men just don't give up the good. But guess what if it was the other way around? Women be like, yeah, you need to check him. You don't need to check me. They gonna do something totally different. Like I'm telling you, most men would not what's his name. When I seen that
Most
dude,
men will not tell on
yeah,
themselves.
when I seen that dude on social media, remember the old dude that was on TikTok? He became TikTok famous. He had a rant talking about he seen his girlfriend with her boyfriend in the store or something, and she didn't even speak to him and something. Talking about he should have blew it up and all that. Man, when I listen to stuff like that, man, even men don't respect men that that tell like men don't respect it. Read it.
So that's why men teach women don't tell on us. Don't tell that we doing what we do because it's gonna get out. So now they are teaching women not to talk. So
Now,
now it's gonna spread abroad.
now, women was the best at it before.
No, women talk because they want to try and gain their territory. You know, just
Oh,
like
they
I
want
was,
to break up the home so
they
they can
want to
get
break up
all
the
the
home. So
yeah.
they feel like if they break up this home, he's
All right.
gonna come to me.
But
But
see,
no, he's gonna cut you off
men
too.
don't. But see, men don't operate the same. Men don't want the home broken up
Right. They want their home, but these women don't realize they feel like if I go ahead and tell this female I'm doing your man, you know,
because
it's
they
gonna
fight.
mess this up and he's gonna be with me, and then that's not what's gonna
But
happen.
they
But
fight.
now men are teaching the women, don't tell, don't break
Oh,
up my
oh.
home. Let us do what we do and you be
Let's
quiet.
let's catch up on this. Wasn't I? What William said?
William said, and I'm not trying to make it seem like she's not a bad person. She is a bad person. She's amazing. Never did me wrong. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
At
what's
least
up.
at least you don't know that. No,
You
I'm
so
just
salty.
I
You
gotta keep it
changing.
I gotta keep it realistic,
I
guys.
guess.
Let me tell you something. Some women, just like when you watch the movie The Best Man, some women they done slept with your friend and everything. They ain't gonna never tell. Remember they said in that movie, good girls don't tell. And I ain't never trust
You
good
watch
girls.
so much TV. I don't know. I don't know half of the stuff you watch. Kelly said exactly. Black Queen said exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we got what you were saying, William, that you're not trying to make it seem like she's a bad person. She's amazing and never did wrong by you in any way. He said William Carter became completely clean. Okay.
Oh, he said become completely.
Become completely clean.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Well, what is a completely clean? What do you mean? Are you saying
Sounds
you
like
didn't
when she
tell
said
her everything
completely
you
clean.
did? No, that'll make it worse.
Nah. That just listen. Just ask her to leave him alone, dude. That's the only thing you can do because if you start see one thing about it, you
The
can't just
damage has been done.
yeah you can't clean this up. This
No.
is already like you said that was back then. This a new you. That's what you
Yep.
got to tell her. This is the new
And,
me.
and
I
and
don't
tell
want
her
to
to stop bringing it up.
I don't even
Express
want
to,
to dwell in that old stuff. All that good stuff.
look, express to her
Oh, he
how
said,
how it's
oh,
making
and
you feel.
he said this is his he said this is his first relationship. Any other
He
female.
said his first real relationship.
Yeah.
And other females, I was able to just have sex and not care about sticking around. Oh wow.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was something about her that drew your attention to even want to settle. So that's a plus on your side.
She I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna say she might be a little older. She couldn't finesse him a little. Older women know how to talk to a man and know how to do all that good stuff and things, and know what men really need. And it's same thing.
Well, maybe that's what he needed, a
Same thing
mature
up
woman
with.
in his
Yeah,
life.
yeah, but it's the same. Like this, how it usually work. Men, when they younger, they attract to older women. And when they get older, they get more attracted to women, younger than them. So that's how it happens sometimes.
So the older they get, they want a younger woman. Why? Because they're realizing they're getting old and they feel like they can tame these little young girls.
I
Is
ain't,
that what it is?
going there with you. Let's let's check out these. Let's catch up on this. What's that?
Chelsea said, I can see where you're coming from because if it's not physical, sexually, it's most likely lead up to it being. That's true. Because all they got to do is keep saying the right good mornings and how you doing beautiful and all that stuff. Hey, you get it. William said, I was never
Try.
taught the proper way to treat a woman. I had to learn on my own and I've grown a lot just going through
And I
life.
and
And
I
that's probably the best way to learn sometimes.
that is most men out here because I don't think I was taught the proper way to treat a woman because I didn't have a dad and mom in the same household once I got older. So, like my mom and dad had divorced when I was like 5 years old. So by the time I'm getting up and I'm trying to date and things, I didn't have that role model to tell me this how this how it go. This how you should treat a woman. Whoop de whoop. Most men learned all they stuff like that off movies and stuff like that.
So
For real.
y'all was sold those dreams too, like them
Yeah,
fairy tale things.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. We was Romeo, y'all was Juliet. Oh, okay.
Romeo must die. Don't do that one. If you give another person time and your partner does not know, you have no plans of letting them know, and it's constantly going on, it's cheating. Isn't that the truth? I agree with you. What you say about that, Mr. Know-it-all?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. They talking every night, all the time. Isn't that something?
So what kind of man are you to do it? What you mean? When she said do it, I wonder what she mean by
Yeah, we need you to elaborate a little more, Kelly.
grown through life. Uh, it work both ways. Exactly. She probably commenting on a couple of my words. That's why we got to catch up on the comments a little bit.
Right, like Chelsea said, getting rid of temptation is what she's saying, and that's just what I'm saying. Your options. Options are temptation.
I can agree with that. Let me say, she knows everything I was doing because she went through my phone when I fell asleep drunk back in 2018. Yeah, you might have to stop drinking. No, I'm just saying.
No, why not tell him the truth? That's something he should do.
No,
If
he
you
said
love this woman, be faithful.
he said he being faithful. What you talking
But
about?
listen, no, I'm saying you. That was
He
a little
said he
bit.
being faithful.
Instead of saying, yeah, just be faithful, you took out the navy. You said just
No,
stop
I
drinking.
said be faithful and don't get drunk.
No, you said stop drinking.
That is positive.
No, you said stop drinking so you
That's
keep
still
yourself
no,
clean.
I didn't say all that. I said stop getting drunk. That's what I said.
You said maybe you just stop drinking, but okay,
Right.
we ain't going there with you. You
I'm
can have that, but I heard
just
you. I
saying.
heard you. Kelly said, yeah,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Kelly said, you being honest, not leaving anything out. If she's going to be with you, she's going to accept all truth and still love you. Not telling the truth keep us wondering.
Well, let her wonder.
Oh, wow. All right. She going to wander into somebody else's arm. It's called manipulation.
It's coming. Okay, but
Manipulate.
that means she ain't want me in the first place if you do it like this. Right?
Okay, no, we trying to build relationships. Why not let somebody be on the
I'm trying
same
to
level?
heal. I'm trying to heal this relationship.
Okay, sir.
Y'all gonna tear it apart.
Look. Tell me this: Have
Y'all
you
gonna tear it
made
apart.
it
Let me
that
tell you
far?
something.
Listen, hold on.
Hold on.
Let me ask: Have you made it that far in your life where you've been in a relationship and somebody cheated on you and you stayed with them? Hello,
Hold on.
Mister.
Hold on. I got one thing I want to play right quick.
I took this little vineyard and turned it into the largest wine producer in the country. Always protect this company.
I had to play something. I had to play something for you ladies right quick.
Bastard. Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess. I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
The court will wait for an answer.
If Lieutenant Kendrick gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't? You still can't hear it?
Lieutenant
No,
Kendrick
sir.
ordered him red, didn't he? Because that's what you told Lieutenant Kendrick to do. Object! When you went there, you cut these guys loose! Your Honor, you had markers inside the phony transfer. Your Honor, you doctored the logbook. There, you told us to document. Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to. Did you order the code red? I did the job. Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did. When what I know, that Santiago.
Now, wait, see, people can't handle the truth. Everybody wants the truth, but people can't handle the truth.
Good. I'm glad you told us so. Ladies, don't tell your man if you're cheating. They can't handle the truth.
And you best to below know they can't handle it.
Kelly was saying,
and look at them
what type?
women. Look at them women right now saying, "And I ain't." Never thought about it. See, the same ladies that telling him to come out and come clean ain't told they man damn time that they was sleeping with somebody. Some of these women ain't did that.
Kelly said, being taught to treat your mother with respect is how you treat the woman you're with, represents the man in you. But girl, you'll be surprised how some of these people treat their mom. They curse at their mom and all that.
Well, I still.
You cannot go on that. So she's saying cheat. She was like, what kind of man are you to cheat? That's what she meant.
He said he ain't doing it no more.
Okay,
Why is we still
he's delivered? Okay, he's delivered. He's delivered.
Right. He's married. He's been a faithful married man. He said, me and my mother didn't have a close relationship. She was too worried about taking care of her husband than her own kids. Well, I mean, her husband, was that your dad or stepdad? Because it made me feel like that was a stepdad than a regular dad, because I would think she would be taking care of the whole household instead of just Papa.
Chelsea said, how long were you deployed? Yep, shell shock.
You can't handle the truth. Let me see. I think men want to be.
I think women want men to be more emotional and open with them.
And that's BS. Women do not like emotional men. Women do not like men that boo-hoo and cry and act like a little old baby.
Emotional does not just mean crying and acting like a baby.
It's part of it, though.
We're not saying that sense. Keep your own self-respect as a man. Most men try not to cry.
Listen, emotional men hurt people. When you're too emotional, they hurt people. Just like a woman. If you put an emotional woman and she got the they would never let a woman have the key to push the bombs. We can to handle it. Men can't. Hey. He said I was in Syria.
He was in Syria for 9 months, August 2017 to May 2018. Okay. Oh, so you came back hot and red and just out here spreading yourself.
Hey man, the army do that.
Your angel.
The army do that to us. Okay.
It does?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He said, okay.
I tried to shoot him with the 12 gauge shotgun one time, but it jammed when I put. Oh Lord, I know he put you out that day.
I hope you going to
I be like, player, you can't come back to this house ever. I'm telling you, if mama opened the door, I'd been mad at everybody got to go.
Chelsea said, I really do see where you coming from, saying emotional men will kill you. Emotional? There are crazy men will kill you. The ones with no emotion, they'll kill you without blinking their eyes.
Emotional men will kill you. You get a vote.
Shoot, any man will kill you if they wanted to. She
And
said, and some men were taught to mean to be strong and so no emotions. Why?
right.
So
Because
she asking a question. She was like, men were taught to be strong and not emotional. Why? Why do you
okay,
think that is
because
so?
okay, why is that? Because men have to realize this is a cold world, and anything could happen back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So you being taught how to survive in a cold world. See, women run around here la 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't no Navy SEAL women. It ain't no women that build bridges and all this old stuff and all this old stuff like this here. Women just got into this real workforce and they still don't get the hard labor jobs, the concrete jobs, the building houses, this and that.
We do the blueprint for what y'all build. What do you mean? We help in some
No, no,
way.
no, 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 not the blueprint, not the blueprint. maybe the art after it's built, maybe they decorate the inside, but not the blueprint, baby.
Chelsea said that. Yeah, that's the word crazy. Right. That's what that is. Emotional,
It's illusional.
crazy, delusional, lunatic,
Indeed.
all of them. Mhm.
It's just
He
because,
said, Chelsea, you know we wasn't raised like that. A man put his hands on a and he put his hands on a man in front of me, and you finna have to hold up against me. Oh, in front of a woman in front of me, you finna have to hold up against me. Yeah, it's a lot of guys like
hold
that.
on,
They
say that
hold
again.
up
A
to
man
women.
put his hands on a man in front of me.
No, I think he meant a woman. I hope that's what he means. So clarify that, William.
Oh,
He
he
said
said he
a
meant a woman.
woman. Yeah, that's
Well,
what I thought he meant. Cause I can feel that some men, like, hey, slow
but
down, stop
but
breathing in front of me. Wait till
time
I leave.
now I'm gonna tell you this. Times have changed, and
And a lot of people walked
yeah,
away
yeah.
from it.
I'm gonna tell you just like this way. If you see a man putting his hands on a woman, you better call the police or some other fact, unless it's your kinfolk, y'all in a safe place where you get help. Because these days, you would get you would step into something and the woman will turn on you and she'll help her man dog walk through.
Kill you. Uh-huh.
I'm telling you now, I done seen it happen, man. People done lost their life. Even police say that's the most dangerous situation is to get in the middle of a domestic dispute because she might hate this man at this moment and he might feel like he hate this woman in the morning. They fighting, screaming, and this and that. But if you put your hand on either one of them, they become a team
A
again.
whole
And
team,
next
and
thing
you
you
better
know,
know it.
you gonna be the enemy. I'm just telling you
That's
now.
right. And that's true. I agree. So you got to be careful of that.
Yeah, because I already knew. Let me see. He said, men have emotions, but we learn to put them aside to handle whatever need to be handled. Right. We have emotions, but it's just like you got a box, and our brains are built different. I'm gonna show this on this show because I was looking at it. It was saying our brains are like I think we got different things in our brains. It was like our brains like 10 to 20% different and bigger than ladies, that we have different things in our head that's different than y'all in the back of our brains that help us focus on different things than women. And I come with my proof. I was watching a video the other day, and it was very interesting. And I come with. I know y'all like to, women. As soon as you say that we got a bigger brain or anything, oh Lord, yeah. But I mean, women got to realize. Women think about hair, nails, stuff like that, and men think about flying jets and fixing four-wheelers and fixing cars and building stuff and
So
building.
is that what you gonna come up with? That's the reason why
No,
that brings in
I'm
women?
just saying I'm gonna come up with the thing about why it's different. It was a nice it was a nice video. I might have to get into it one.
Right, because she gonna go back, and that's the truth. That'd be a lot of the things women get into these altercations, and they ended up
But they
right back in the same
But
situation.
sometimes they were never apart. We always talk about going back because somebody fighting don't mean exactly they're apart. You caught them in the middle of a eruption. You know, stuff might have built up and then got to both of them and they firing off at each other. But you got to think about it. People firing off at each other. They not actually beating on each other and all that because you can see somebody grabbing on each other, one person restraining another person, and you don't really know what's going on. Now it'd be different. You see her about another day, and he beating her or something, but him just grabbing her or something. You don't know what's really going on. And see, a lot of men jump into stuff without really know what's going on and end up losing their life. It's many men that jumped in the middle of fights and not here no more.
Like Chelsea said, it's more emotions than crying. And if it's all about how well you manage your emotions, it's a time and a place. Your job isn't a place, but you should be able to be vulnerable with your spouse when needed.
Y'all with this vulnerable stuff. What
It's
is
okay to be vulnerable together.
what is vulnerable?
Listen, just like a time, if we're grieving, we grieve together type of thing. It can be vulnerable because you're sad about this situation. That isn't something to make fun of. You grieving with this
But you
person.
said,
That's a vulnerable
oh,
state.
she hold
Grief
on.
is a
She said,
vulnerable
hold
state.
on. And she said it's more than crying. So being vulnerable is doing what then? If it
No,
ain't crying, but no, I'm saying if it ain't crying, what are you doing when you vulnerable?
you
No, I'm
you just you just feeling some type of way. You got an emotion. Your emotion, that's
asking,
part of an emotion that you're
how is your
experiencing.
emotion expression outward?
You don't have to when you're vulnerable, it
But
does
we
not
just said holding stuff in. We
listen.
said we have emotions. Listen, man. If I can go back, wasn't I? Hold on now. Hold on now. Bam. Look at this. Men have emotions. We learn how to put them aside to handle whatever we need to say. That's the same. That's putting them aside. When you sit up there and say that being vulnerable, I just asked you, what is vulnerable out in the open? What is vulnerable?
Listen, just because you are being vulnerable doesn't mean that it have to be out and open exposed.
Right. So what is being vulnerable then?
But I'm saying with your partner is nothing wrong with being vulnerable.
So if you don't
You
know,
having a downtime.
if you know,
So you tell me all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that every man in this world stays strong and on top of everything.
every man don't do nothing. Stop that. Stop that.
Did you hear what I just
Let me
said?
tell you something.
No, wait, hold on. Did you hear what I
No,
said?
you
I
hold
said
up.
every
You hold up.
alpha male.
Time out.
I said every alpha male. You didn't even hear me because you're so ready to attack.
No, you wrong for just saying every because
I
every
said
man
every alpha male.
ain't no every alpha male.
Listen,
Every man ain't no alpha male.
I
Every
didn't
man
say every man wasn't. I did not say every man
every
was.
alpha male don't
Okay,
act the same.
but listen,
Every
even
man
okay,
that's
listen.
so-called alpha
Out of
male don't act
out
the
of 10 men, out of 10 men that are considered strong, tell me that there are 10 men in this world. We're not going to say what if they're alpha or beta. 10 men in this world. So you telling me that every 10 men that I'm talking about, they never have a down moment in 24/7. They never have a time where they can feel a little bad or something. So every man just stands strong at all times. You yourself.
Well, hold on. What that got to do with the vulnerable? I just asked you, what is vulnerable out in the open, not inside? Because he just said we hold it inside. We have emotions and it's held inside.
He said, put it aside.
No. Put them aside, same thing. It's holding it
Lord.
inside.
He did not say putting it. He did not say hold it inside. He said
okay,
we
what
just
does put them aside mean? Tell me what put them aside mean.
He ignore it so he can handle what he needs to handle. That's what it means, putting to the side. He did not say hide it inside. He just said push to the side. Like, don't worry about that right now. I gotta triumph over this because I need to handle my business. Another situation.
Okay, well, so how else can you be vulnerable without putting it to the side? No, you saying, see, he just
Wait,
said
no, no.
down
I'm,
there,
I'm
same
trying to
thing.
understand what you're even
Listen, he
asking.
just said right there, same thing. That's the
Listen,
same
no, but
thing.
listen, hold on. I'm trying to understand what you're even asking. You said, how can you be vulnerable and what? Ask
Oh,
me
and
that
putting
again.
it to the, I said, putting something to the side is the same thing. He just admitted it's the same thing. Putting your
Okay, but
emotions to the
listen,
side.
go back to the question that we're even addressing right now. Okay, remember? Chelsea asked the question. She said, it's more emotions than crying. Because you said the only emotion, ain't nobody gonna be around here crying. And I'm
All
like,
right,
that's not the only
keep
emotion you
going,
can
right?
have.
Keep going.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, keep going.
Okay, so she was saying it's more emotions than crying, and we agree. And it's all about how you will manage your emotions, right?
Mhm.
As Chris said, manage
Right?
your emotions
Keep
by putting
going.
it to the side and handle what you need to handle.
Keep going.
It's a time and a place. Your job isn't the place, but you should be able to be vulnerable with your spouse when needed. That's what we were addressing. That it's okay if you okay in being vulnerable with your partner.
I mean, even if a man being vulnerable, he ain't gonna be vulnerable with a lot of things. Like I just told you, a
That's
man
not
ain't
what
gonna be crying in front of his woman.
that's not
Just
what we're
unless
saying.
somebody died or something. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Men
Listen, this
so
is
much.
not an attack on men or to insult anybody. We're just speaking facts that it's okay to be vulnerable with your partner. That's all she's saying, and
Ain't
I agree
nobody
with her.
saying it. I mean,
You
I
don't agree
said,
with that?
I just asked, what do vulnerable look like? Then
You-
she just put it's more than crying. I said, what do vulnerable look like around your partner? Then what do vulnerable look like around your partner?
I said a downtime, like
Like
something
what?
you're kind of your emotions are down. And it don't even always have to be depth. You can be having a business deal. The business deal didn't even work out. So y'all
Okay,
having a downtime, y'all sad about it, but y'all
man.
thinking of a plan to come out of this, or he's thinking of a plan to pull y'all out of this. Do you get what I'm saying?
So that's considered vulnerable. A business deal going bad.
I'm giving you a moment. I'm saying I'm just giving you an example. That's what I'm giving you. An example of a downtime. That's just one thing.
No, I don't want
It can
no
be plenty
example
other
of
things
a
where you're
downtime.
not in a
I
happy
want an
place.
example of vulnerability. What do you mean about vulnerability? What is vulnerability?
Okay, you just got robbed, right?
Go ahead.
And that's something we dealing with.
Okay, go ahead.
You was vulnerable, you got robbed. But we gonna work past this. We both vulnerable because we had in a place somebody
Okay.
invaded our
What
privacy.
is vulnerable then? Like,
The vulnerability, you got robbed.
okay, but he mad, right? No, I'm saying, is he mad?
I'm sure you would be mad if you got robbed.
So that's emotion right there, a mad emotion.
Right.
Okay, everybody have a mad emotion.
Okay.
Everybody
Well,
get mad.
that's what she was saying.
Men get mad just arguing with their partners out there. What they got to do with being with your spouse, being vulnerable, being mad?
You are taking this so
No, I'm
wrong.
saying
You're
vulnerable.
not even listening to it.
When
Okay, so
people
we can
say
move
be
past this.
vulnerable, they ain't talking about being mad. I mean, come on, man. That ain't what they talking
No, listen, I'm giving you an example and you're not trying to receive anything. Everything that we're talking about, please let's squash because you're not even
about.
listening to me.
Vulnerability don't
Okay,
mean
well, tell me what do you feel from it?
what
Explain
good
to me how you take it.
definition of vulnerability.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Here's the definition of vulnerability: the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally.
So do you understand the example that I was giving you? It was nothing to attack no man or woman, not even you. But you turned everything that I was just saying into a thing that I was going against men and women, and that's not what it was, and that wasn't cool.
But I'm saying, it, I said it's more emotion than crying. I understand it.
Okay.
I understand it. Mad is an emotion, right?
Yes.
But is being mad considered vulnerability?
It can be. And vulnerable is an emotion as well. Vulnerable is an emotion as well.
The possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Let's read down the comments.
Hold on. Hold on. Black Queen said, I read that also. Don't know the percentage. William said, I will admit I had to go to anger management counseling because I'm a hothead and had to learn how to control my anger. Uh-oh. William said, and I was taught as a man to keep your emotions inside, hide it, and keep moving. I hear a lot of people say that when the guys fall, they're like, "Oh, get up, shake it off, run it off. You
I
okay?"
mean, let me tell you something. People kicking little kids like they're rat them, and they fall, and then you go and you say, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong with you," and kiss it or something. Something is wrong with him. He got a whole hurting soul,
And he hurt,
and he
but
still
you
had
teaching
to.
him to hold that
I,
in.
I
I hear guys all the time telling boys, little boys don't cry. Little boys, they letting them know men don't cry like that. So emotions are happy, sad, frustrated, angry, but learn how to express it. Little do you know, y'all still express it, just not in good ways. He was saying the same thing about earlier when he said you have to put
that's the same.
aside, put
Putting
them aside and
putting
handle your
aside
business.
your stuff ain't is the same thing as hiding it.
Hiding it inside.
Hiding
Well, put
it.
aside and hide it inside.
It's the same thing. Like
Okay.
if you mad, you might be like they said, you might be vulnerable, but you putting aside this anger in you because you don't want it to come outward. Because
Right.
like
And
even
you
if you
moving
at work or
forward.
something, see, like a lot of women, that's why they get fired. Because they don't know how to control their emotions. They come and they just, I don't care. I don't care. Fire me. I can go home. And that's how that happened. And then now men are starting to act like that because they don't know how to handle their emotions. Go ahead with that.
Sure don't. But why do men have to be so hard with their spouse, though? Let her know you understand and feel her pain.
I think
This what they gonna say, like, you all right?
no, I think when the time was named, they do try to men do soften up around their spouses.
William said, after 22 years of holding it in, I learned there is nothing wrong with crying or letting someone you can trust in. Okay.
Okay, I agree.
Chelsea said, just because that's how you were taught still doesn't make it correct. People out here unlearning the way they were taught every day. If those ways doesn't help you mentally, then it's hurting you.
Well, I think it helps some of us mentally, and it might because you remember what that old thing they used to say, even in the Bible, they say God don't put too much on you that you can't handle.
That's what people say that's in the Bible, but okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, when you out here and you holding stuff in, it don't mean that you just angry at this and that. I mean, why cry about certain stuff? I mean, it ain't gonna help it. You understand what I'm saying?
I got
Like
you.
if I fall and I broke my leg, why I'm gonna keep on screaming all the way to the hospital? It broke. I just need to go get it fixed. I'm just saying. Come on.
You doing it to me?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. William said, "There's nothing wrong with crying. Nothing." Chelsea Coleman, you're 100% right. And I had to go to counseling in order for me to open up about a lot. It's nothing wrong with crying, Will. If that helps you, then it helps. No one can tell you how to feel. He said he cried today. Like Life Jennings said, every man cries sometimes. Black Queens, that's exactly what she said. I better not catch you crying the way you putting on. I learned the worst thing you can do to a female is listen to everything she has been through, then turn around and do one of those things that hurt her. Amen to that. And like Black Queen said, facts. So true. So true.
I agree.
So are we back to the subject or what we doing?
Go ahead.
It's late, but hey. The next thing, making sacrifices and substitute for pleasure. So it's like you making these sacrifices by giving into the six human needs.
The who? The six.
The six human need, which is the secret to living, is giving. So you have to find ways to be tangible and intangible, not entangled, in moments of being spontaneous to keep the passion thriving. So sacrifice and substitutes with pleasure. There's one thing you don't do. Hey, I got something that'll do that for me, type of thing. Like Black Queen said earlier, the rose.
Go ahead.
Touching intimacy.
Now read that what Chris
Chris
said.
said to put them aside is to suppress them. The vulnerability comes with trusting that my expressions of emotions won't be weaponized against me. And that's true. I understand completely.
See,
And that's all I was saying.
and then
It's something that we're dealing with. I'm your partner. We're dealing with this together. It's not something for me to go and say, girl, he was crying because of this, or mom, he was crying because of this, or you bring it
you
up.
know what?
You remember you was crying like a baby, and people do
You know
that.
what? And that happens so much. And that what and see, and I'm gonna tell you this. Um, you know, learning how to cry without really worry about the backlash that come with it sometimes is the key. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you're gonna have to cry, and you ain't worried about that. But like I said, you know, it's like that old saying. A lot of some people cry inside. I feel like I done cried more inside than out plenty of times. I mean, you can hurt, but just because you don't show it, don't mean that it's not happening. You feel what I'm saying? And people feel like you got to be out here boo-hooing to be hurt.
Right. And
Some
you
people
don't.
are. Now, let me tell you something. Minton, I was talking to this man the other day, and his daddy had died, and he was smiling, and I said, "I can see you not all right." And he said, "I ain't." And he was smiling, but he said, I ain't. And that's what I'm saying. You can be smiling and crying inside, and people don't understand that part. See, people
Oh,
think folks
yeah.
out here boo-hooing. Men don't have to boo-hooing to be crying inside.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? See, women
I agree. I live that life.
this kind of emotion, and what I'm saying is, men are emotional, but it's just our tears are inside.
But you know what? I don't take it from men. There are a lot of men that's probably like that. But hey, me as a female, a lot of time I hide behind a good mask. All the things that I deal with in life and go through. If it was a normal person, they'll be somewhere in the corner boo-hooing and all of this. But I'm one to be determined. My mother always taught me. She was like, don't look how you feel. She told me that all the time. Like, however
Right.
you feel, you don't get up and look like that. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I want to comb my hair, I don't want to wash my face, I want to do this,
And
but
then
you can't look how you feel.
and you know what? The piggyback off that, it's the same thing with going in work, and that's how people get fired. You go in work, you feeling bad, something that happened in your personal life, and you done took it over to work because you don't know how to cut it off.
Yep.
You
Can't
feel what I'm
handle
saying?
those
Like,
emotions and
like if
everywhere.
you can't handle your emotions, and that's all I'm saying. It's not that men don't have emotions. We've been trained how to handle our emotions to survive in this cruel world. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I remember back in the day, they used to say it's the same thing when the wild. If you look weak, if you look like a deer, you're gonna become the honey. If you look like a lion, Joker gonna stay away from you. You understand what I'm saying? When
Okay.
in certain different, it's the same thing when they say the short man syndrome. When they say like short men have these tempers and things, and because they trying to look a certain kind of way to feel tough, where jokers leave them alone. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
And it ain't that they might be strong, they might be weak. But if you come off a certain kind of way, you get people off you. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with women trying
Look,
to.
don't be like
Hey,
Ricky. What's the dude name? The Goodman. Is it Goodman? The guy from Boys in the Hood. Remember when they Roll was looking for Ricky's killer and he came back and he kind of like snapped out with this girl?
oh
Or
yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah, see, that
yeah,
was a breakdown moment, but he couldn't do it in front of his boys or
right,
his dad. He had to use his
exactly,
partner for that.
exactly. But see
Right.
the thing now, you can't even break down sometimes around the girls sometimes because you don't want to feel like weak. You'll go down and see people don't realize that's why men spend a lot of time by themselves and fishing and all kind of stuff, deep thought and all that. When the last time I know maybe two or three women all on Facebook that'll say, "Oh, I like going fishing by myself." Most people want to go with their whole family. Men go out there and go fishing all day by themselves because they need that alone time. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know what? This pandemic has brought me to a different place because I've been doing so many things by myself and I have actually enjoyed them. I
Right.
usually have an entourage everywhere I go. Y'all, let's do this. But now it's just been me and I've been good. I've been having a good time by myself. By myself. So hey, if you can't get those times, but when I'm by myself, I can have those times to build myself back up so I won't break. And I know men do that too, but that's not making me hard. That's holding on.
Chelsea said, "Right, Miss Bella. She never looked like what she been through."
Right. You can't do that.
There you go, preach. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's hard for women to understand where I'm coming from.
Now see how
We
you just
try
did
and
that?
try. We don't
We are all here taking notes, so I don't know what you mean. We taking notes over this way.
yeah. I'm crying inside right now thinking about my cousin, man. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It just something. I mean, the man, was raised, was in the same house as me growing up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's very close. It's very close. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's something that I know is not hit me yet, but I know it's gonna hit me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I mean, I'm trying to keep it in him, but I know it's gonna hit me one of these days. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? It might be the night, it might be tomorrow, it might be the film. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know it gonna hit. Stuff people that you love, it always hit. It just you never know when.
yep. That's true. Black Queen said, but we are talking emotions with your spouse, not the world. Right.
I
And
understand.
that was the entire thing
Well,
that I was trying to make note of, of you
well,
having emotions with your spouse. But I'm not saying in everything,
yeah,
because
but
everything you don't feel comfortable in sharing emotions with.
men want his woman most of the time to show himself as the rock, as the strong put of peace, and
Right.
he don't want to show that what's name. See, I mean, we can ask for that, but I think it's better to let your man express his emotions how he want to express, and not
When he wants to, not when we feel
feel
like they need to.
like he need to cry on your shoulders or whatever, whatever, whatever. I mean, they gonna be there, you know.
But listen, let me give advice to women. If you remain your man's peace, when he decides to have an emotional breakdown, and it won't come out because your piece has suppressed and put that little burner out. You
Hey,
know this your piece,
see,
we good.
that's what I told. That's why I told William to stop drinking. Look what he said.
He said, I love to fish on my own with a good bottle of cognac. All
Seem
right.
like you doing
You
a
gonna
lot
get that
of
phone
things.
unlocked.
Look. Seem like you doing a lot of things with that drink.
He
Now,
talking to
hold on.
somebody now. He's
Fishing,
good.
fishing happened in the morning. You send me for drinking in the morning or late evening. I mean, on a boat that's rocking and rock.
He gonna be sleep out there on that water.
Right.
Like Queen said, if you can't show your true emotions with the one you love or supposed to love, then who can you do it with?
Yeah, but you see, now that's the ticker there. That's why I say it takes time for a man to actually. I'm gonna tell you, when a man loves a woman, he want to show everything around that woman. But sometimes that woman don't love him the same. She was like I say, most time when we was just talking about, most time men be with women after they break up, she started telling everybody how he was this, how he was that, how he was this, and I mean that's what I'm saying about that whole. That's why men don't want to sometimes show their emotion around certain women because women would turn out because women can't beat you. They use what you done told them against you and use that as fire against you sometimes.
Well, you better stop telling your secrets.
Yeah, or you better stop.
Look, I ain't telling my
Stop.
high spot.
You better stop crying with her too then. Okay.
Now they call that pillow talk.
Did we read that, Black Queen?
We did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Chelsea said, I would make a joke, but I'm going to hold out. Go ahead, you petty junior. Like Mr. Knowitall. Go ahead. What you holding out for?
Okay, read that one.
Timothy said, each one must know that Most High, before any relationship, parents should teach at home more better.
Okay.
Okay. Chelsea, cousin, I'm from the country. I go fishing and hunt all day. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, my cousin, same thing. Uh-oh, finally agreed with something. All right.
Oh, Lord. She agreed.
Getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting some agreed. What's next? What's next on the thing? Let's run the lag.
You got to.
Come on. Come on with it.
We've covered this already. You have to be able to say what's on your mind. Like we say, you say what's on your mind and, without defense. Like we were just having a conversation, and at one point I was feeling like you didn't want to accept what I was saying, and I didn't want you to feel like I wasn't trying to accept what you were saying. We were just having a discussion.
Okay.
Okay? Make passion fun together. So
Hmm.
passion fun doesn't always be sexual, but ain't nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so when you say passion, fun together, you mean like anything, like he said, he fish and all that. Anything that's your passion,
Mm-hmm.
maybe just
Walking in the
anything,
park.
anything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I agree with that. That's something.
Except you can be vulnerable in learning together. And that's so coincidental that they brought that up earlier. And that's what we were just as we've already surpassed this and got past this, and we understand.
What,
Accept that you can be vulnerable in learning together. So you learning this together. You can be okay to be vulnerable. You got a little soft spot, but like you say, you just can't let it all out. And that's from a man perspective. I'm speaking from a woman perspective. So this is what I came up with. Okay.
except, hold on, you said except that you can be vulnerable, learning together. Okay, I got
Right.
you. All right.
So do you get that?
Yay.
Okay. Um, Next, be committed to making it work.
Mm,
So if you're not committed to making it work, it can be over at any given time or day, right?
right.
You
And
know, so if you're not willing to work past this,
okay.
like
So
William said, he cheated on his girl.
So what about this? What about the whole thing of I'm growing and I'm moving apart? They not keeping up with me. That I mean, is that
But we can't answer that. Only thing we can do for those people that think like that, let's encourage them. Be committed to make something work in your life. There are so many people that start a project before they even finish this, they move to something else.
and I'm gonna do something
And
because
and they you start doing projects like this, it's gonna become
let me
a part of your lifestyle. That's what you're gonna do in relationships.
let me tell you, just to piggyback off that, I feel like when we get into this thing about being committed to make it work, I think people don't understand how hard it is to stay committed in a relationship if one person got one foot in and one foot at the door. A lot of people that say they down with a person is not really down with a person. Sometimes you down, just like somebody just said, if I go back, they were saying, Miss Erica, when she was saying, oh, if he got a small thing, or if he broke,
And
right,
do the young gummy.
or if he don't eat good. See, all that is stuff that let me know that sometimes that's a lower vibration. Because all things that make a true relationship work, none of that comes in the same thing. Because like what I think when you jump in a relationship, you kind of got to be with each other for the right reasons for it to go a long way. If you in it because if you just in it because his sex good, or
Because
you
you need
just
some
in it
orgasms.
or if you
You
just
in
in it
for a
because
terrible
his
retreat.
money right, if you just in it because money right, or you just in it because he can eat, he can give you, you know how they women say now, head. I ain't never heard this
I
message.
know, right?
Yeah, give him head like you got a boy. I ain't gonna say that. Read the comment.
Oh Lord, checklist. Chelsea said exactly. I feel you should continue to date your partner to keep a spark in your relationship. Yeah. William said, I'm planning a date night with my wife for sip and paint, something different. Okay. There you go, drinking again. Look. Now he brought that to my attention. I'm just picking on him.
Everything got a little bar.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little drinky drink.
Yeah. I want you to plan some because sometimes um for health reasons, uh we have to sometimes plan stuff, and it seemed like, can we stand to be around our significant other without having a mind alternate drug? So we have to think about that. Like if you had to smoke a blunt to come around a person,
I know, right?
You
You have
understand
to
what
do
I'm saying?
any of that. You got to think about it.
Like
Ain't
I
nobody
want you to
no
think about that part of it too. I want you to think about a sober being around your girl in a sober condition and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like that is true relationship that's getting a bonding.
Right
Yeah,
now, you're not turning into a Sasha Fierce before you go and meet him because you're
right.
coked up.
Because it gives off that vibe. You know how Joker be at the bar and he finna go home to wife. Oh Lord, let me have a couple more. Let me have one last one. I'm finna go home to that
I'm about to
wife.
go home
She
so I can
might
go
need.
home and
She
go to
might want
sleep.
some tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a big comedian thing like that. Did you do?
I did not.
Oh, go
Chelsea
ahead.
said exactly spontaneous romance.
Okay.
Okay. He said petty alert. If certain people could handle their emotions, we'd never know Aunt Flo been kicking that ass. What's wrong with you, girl? You never had a Flo to know how she be kicking that butt. You gotta understand the pain that we're cursed with, okay?
Now that is flat out, man.
Like Queen said, call her at work during the day. Baby, get dressed. No questions. I know, right?
All right, that's that yeah.
I
That's
know, right?
one there.
Instead of calling me saying, let's go eat, don't you get tired of going out to
It
eat?
says she's dead. She said, I like to drink now, but I don't get sloppy drunk no more. I understand, but I still want you to try to have a liquor free date night. You know what I'm saying? A bowling alley. Something that.
Man, they said look at the bowling alley now. What
I
you mean?
understand that, but I feel like if you have a whole, a couple of days free of the access stuff, I think you could really get to know your partner a little better. You know, because I think that was sometimes bond people together. Like say if you drinking when you get together, like I heard, and this is stats that you can look up. If you drinking or smoking when y'all got together, if one of y'all stop doing it,
It's gonna
it's
create a
liable
problem.
to create a problem and break up the relationship, maybe. Once somebody change for the better, just like say your girl start losing weight or you start losing weight. Girl don't want to lose weight. I mean, it's that when both of y'all was big and wobbling around, then one started to get small now and then started to feel herself. Then now you saying, "Oh, why you know what I'm saying?" It should be a team goal. Like I always tell people, don't have your family and say you're gonna put yourself on a diet and eat healthy, but you're gonna leave the rest of your family to fend for themselves. You still buying them Oreo cakes and you eating green leaf vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should get on the good foot. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you really truly care about your significant other, you want to try to make everybody better. You just
So
don't
you
want
can live longer these
right
days because people are dropping like hot flies.
like fly.
Yep. Chelsea said, yeah, you speaking facts now. Okay. Yes, he is finally. Black Queen said, finally he's speaking facts. He said tonight, actually, my first time drinking in a couple of weeks. Okay.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying, I don't. I know, but now I know that they do the little wine and the paint and the wine date thing, so I'm not tripping over that. But I'm just saying, like, have you a get out a nature walk or something with your girl without uh, no extras, and just see how good that time be then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said he slowed down a lot. Well, man, that's a good thing though.
I
See,
know.
that
I'm
could
just
be.
shocked that
That,
you up here
that
giving
could,
these good advices to
I'm
this
saying that
married
could have
couple.
been. No, I'm saying they could have been a lot of some of that anger back in the day. Because I remember
Yeah,
when I was angry, had a short temper back in the day.
a lot of pain. It draw you.
Sometimes it came with having drinks and stuff like
I
that.
know. I was told I was a mean drunk.
Because I feel like every time, like even right now, like you know, learning that my cousin died tonight, um, just the thought of it, like maybe back in the day, I might have went to the store, got something to drink, would have thought about it, and all that trying to
And
get
that'll make your emotions come on now. So good
right.
you did it.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just saying, like, I'm a different person now. You know what I'm saying? And I think you have to change, sometimes to get better. I
Hmm.
don't think I don't think I think we have to have a better balance. Like, we got to start feeding our body, like they say, um, don't live to eat, eat to live. Put stuff in your body that's good for you, that gonna help you live and last longer in life. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
Elsa said, okay, cuz you better take you some tolerance breaks. Penny said, same with clubbing, and you want to stop and they don't.
Right. And that's what I used to say back in the day. If you found in the club, most times you're gonna lose in the club. Yeah. I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. See, yeah. He said, yes,
He
my
said,
anger and a lot of pain is the reason. Yeah. And I did. Back in the day, in the 90s, I lost a lot of my homies and things, and it was like every day. It was just like this New Jackson. It felt like that back then. They just didn't put it on the news how many people were dying every day. You know what I'm
isn't
saying?
that something? I mean, just like now, they not putting how many people dying, and that's sad.
Now they just put
Homicides.
yeah, homicide. Not, I
Hmm.
mean, because people gonna die every day. It's
Yeah, I
20.
know. I'm just saying, like people in your circle and things like that. People you know
Oh
personally
yeah,
that
yeah, just
passed away.
died.
That's what I mean. You know,
Yeah. You had to go to the newspaper for that one.
obituary.
Yeah,
William said, "My wife helped and motivated me to change a life."
yeah.
Okay.
And I think she gonna stand by you as you change and do. But being a
You
leader,
gotta have that talk with her
yeah,
though.
being a leader of the household, and him being an ex-soldier, just like me. I understand exactly what he's gonna do because I never touched no alcohol till I went to the army. So I understand that the army can turn you to a different person.
He said, then he learned that change is good for himself. Okay.
Right.
Chelsea said, this is piggybacking off of what I was saying at the beginning of the show. When one person changed for better and the other doesn't, eventually resentment will settle. And that's what you just said. Now, when
Yeah.
you were saying how if one person decides to go on a health kick and your partner decides not, I don't want to do this type of thing, the little resentment may come in them not
But,
wanting to go on a change with you because it's for the better of your lives together.
but the reason I was saying it because what I was saying at that I was like, you shouldn't get in a relationship when you know the person is kind of a stable type person that won't change. Like you once you start dating somebody, you can tell what type of flow that what kind of energy they give you.
And
Like
like some women can be cultivated.
right.
So if you know this is what your plan is and you see
It's,
somebody
it's,
that
it's
can be
people that are come
cultivated
in,
in,
and that's what I was saying. It's people coming in a relationship saying, "I'm like this here, and I'm gonna be like this here," and
and it is what it is. Take it
you
or
got
leave
that trust that when they say that, that's what they gonna be. And if you can't handle that right then, don't go no further with it. You understand? That's what I'm saying about that. Say sometimes we will still try to pressure up in there, saying in the back of our head, I can change their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a person smoking. Don't get in a relationship if you don't want a smoker. Don't get in a relationship with a person that's smoking if you feel like that your intention is to get with them and try to stop them from smoking. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You got to accept who they are and imagine that if you don't be able to, if nothing else changes about them, you still like them how they are. Okay, so he's still on active duty. That was up. Oh yeah, he's young. Yeah, because I didn't get out of the army till about 26. Yeah, you're right. He's still in there, boy. I was an 88 Mike. I wonder what he is. I was a truck driver. I wonder what he doing.
Mm.
He said,
Black Queen said, "Get out." If you know when you see an effort that you need to run, stop putting out a blind eye. Get out and run. It's
"What
over
we
with.
got next? What we got next? What you got?
That's it.
That's it.
Intimacy, thrill, and sexuality.
Oh, that's it. That's down there. Okay.
That's it. It's right there. You see it.
Okay.
Hmm. These are the key passion things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 88 Mike too. Truck driver too. That was
Oh,
up.
okay.
Man, look, what's that? What's that? The bit of that being
The
in
odds and ends of that part. Two crazy people. No, let's stop.
That was a long time ago when I was 9. I am war veteran and everything now. Yep. Yeah. I think this show was very relaxing. Um Shouts out to my cousin Arthur. Um he would truly be missed. And I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed everybody that was on here. Um,
And we're glad you put your emotions to the side and still come and be with us tonight and stay petty as you are.
yeah, I
We
had to stay
appreciate
petty.
you.
I had to stay petty. I had to stay petty.
Chelsea said, look at me connecting family and stuff.
Yeah.
These 88 mile folks, she connected y'all and stuff.
88 Mike.
Oh,
That
88
ain't no
Mike.
88 man.
Oh, I thought
88
that was
Mike.
miles. I thought that was
He
y'all
meant
have to
Mike.
drive in the
Yeah,
truck.
he meant Mike.
See how much I know.
Yeah.
Black Queen said informative.
Right.
Chris said the amount of pain you feel for the loss should pale in comparison to the level of love and respect you shared. That's a good pain, bro. Embrace it. God bless. All right, now you dang old poet, you better pull a stitch out of somebody's heart.
Appreciate it.
Because that's the thing. You think about the good times. That's what they mean when they used to say that.
Yeah, this right here gonna sting. This gonna sting.
Yep.
It's
But
gonna
that's
sting.
okay. We got you.
Yeah. The first time somebody this close to me done died in a long time. Oh.
We praying for you all.
All right, how they say, just how we came, we will leave. And how they say,
You.
Okay, what?
You.
Okay, what?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And this is a Hood Talk. And this is Mr. Know-It-All. And I will see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. A lot of things going through my head, but I will see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, yes, we will. We will be there. Be square.
All right, Miss Bella. I'm how they say, I'm out of here.
All right. Good night, everyone.
All right, good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
All right.